only through our connectedness to others can we really know and understand self. And only through working on self can we begin to enhance our connectedness to others. Harriet, Goldhor, Lerner. Let me say that again for full effect. Only through our connectedness to others can we really know and embrace self. And only through our working on self can we begin to enhance our connectedness to others. Harriet, Goldhor, Lerner. Good morning. Welcome to day 8 of our 12-day mental well-being challenge powered by 6 seconds, courtesy of Maria Jackson. If you're joining me for the first time, you're really welcome. Very happy to have you online with me this morning. And for those of you who will tune in a little later in the day, I hope that you will find benefit from this morning's live. As you can see from my background, I'm live from a different location, all the way in Naivasha at Eneshapai for a client engagement that I have later today, which is why the live had to shift in time. Same thing tomorrow. I'll have to do the live a little later in the day. But let's get started. We are on day 8 of our 12-day mental well-being challenge. Have you ever considered that you are a billion-dollar asset? You are complex, intricate, and unique. The psalmist says, fearfully and wonderfully made, a combination of spiritual, physical, emotional, and mental spheres, all of which are crucial to your overall well-being. Have you ever reflected on the fact that indeed you are a billion-dollar asset? How often do you take time to ensure that you are servicing each of those parts of yourself? Each of these dimensions, the spiritual, physical, emotional, social, and indeed mental, contributes to your success at work, and ignoring any, failing to tune in, pay attention, and make the necessary corrections is a recipe for disaster. We'll service our cars like clockwork, but we shy away from taking the time to go for an annual physical. And we're definitely not going to consider seeking help if we're feeling overwhelmed, anxious, and stressed. And let's not talk about the D word, because that's a sign of weakness, right? Wrong. A billion-dollar asset will erode in value very quickly if it's not looked after. And a key part of looking after any asset is taking it for regular service, taking care of it on a regular basis. To keep a car going, you have to fill it with petrol, check the oil and water regularly, and give the tires some air. How often do you take the time to reflect on whether you're giving yourself exactly what you need to be able to thrive? May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you for joining me as we take time to service this billion-dollar asset. A big shout out to Anne and Tessie who are here live. Great to have you on board. Indeed, Tessie, you are a billion-dollar asset. Today, our focus is on connection. And the question is, why is connection important? How does connection influence our mental well-being? Dr. Sonja Lyubomirsky puts it this way. Your friends, they get your jokes. Your co-workers, they offer congratulations. Your spouse hugs you hello. They are all helping you to bust stress and boost well-being. In fact, Mental Health America found that 71% of people surveyed turn to their family or friends in times of stress. Research shows that connection aids mental well-being. Having friends and other social connections is good for your well-being. Being lonely or isolated can affect your mental and emotional health. The book, Brain Rules for Aging Well, written by molecular biologist John Medina, artfully explains the brain research behind aging and what we can do realistically to become that 90-year-old we dreamed about the other day. So what are the secrets to having a healthy old brain? One big one is relationships. In one 12-year study, 1,140 seniors were measured for their social activity and their cognitive health. The group that socialized most showed a whopping 70% less mental decline than those with little or no social activity. Now, I knew that having relationships was important, and having relationships impacts us as far as our mental capabilities are concerned. But having relationships also impacts us as far as our mental well-being is concerned, and research after research proves the same. A survey done throughout the pandemic indicated indeed that those who were able to maintain networks, whether it be online or otherwise, found it easier to navigate the challenge of the COVID pandemic. So now that you know the fact, you need to have a talk with yourself. Are you doing the best that you can to prioritize relationships that will help you to maintain balance? Medina goes on in his book and brings an interesting dimension to relationships. While you maintain your closest relationships with 5 people at a time, researchers find that you can have meaningful relationships of varying quality with an additional 150 people. Wait a minute. Back up there. Your closest relationships with 5 people? But yeah, think about it. There's that inner circle whose relationships you nurture. But how much effort are you making to nurture those relationships? Today, here's the challenge. Who are the 5 people in your life with whom you'd like to have the closest of connections? Brainstorm the effortful action steps that you will take to solidify each person on your list of 5. What are you going to do today to connect with them, to deepen those connections? Because connections fuel mental well-being. In addition to the 5, what are you doing to ensure that you socialize and interact beyond your inner circle with different types of people who will meet different types of needs? We must be intentional about the relationships we build. Remember, the goal with each of these daily challenges is to build our capacity to maintain mental well-being. If you are feeling overwhelmed and failing to cope, it's not weakness to ask for help. Reach out and get the support you need from a professional. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's mental well-being challenge. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow will be at 9 a.m. EAT. Today I came on a little later than planned. The travel to and set up at the hotel took a little longer than I anticipated, but I'll have it together tomorrow. So 9 a.m. EAT, tune in as we move to day number 9. In addition to this 12-day challenge, we're really excited about our EQ Lunch and Learn next week on Wednesday, where we will be diving deeper into how we can maintain mental well-being. I'm really excited about the panel that I have. I know they're going to share amazing insights about their journeys. Keep your eyes peeled on our social pages for more information. See you for now. Have a fabulous day ahead.